give me a fit.
I figured out what it was, you know. During the middle of that song, he looked there and said, "Will you go over here and get my water that's on the stairs?" I said, "Yeah." Well, by the time I even got past my aunt, he had started that song, but before we went on, his wife told him he looked like Hugh Hefner with his shirt off. I think this went to your head. Very silky. How about a hand for his shirt, though? I mean, I'm good. That's a walking Valentine. You know, I can open that to be a big old chocolate.
I'll tell you what I'm concerned about. Everybody told me on the bus, especially Landon back here, and he is an Eastern North Carolina boy, because you can hear him talking wherever he goes. I know I got an accent, but he come on the bus and I can hear him, man, he's warmed up a lot out there. And
it's cold, I'm gonna tell you, because he's about to cut through this shirt.
This is not the shirt for tonight. Where did he come from? I do not. Oh yeah, well, we do have the same mom and the same daddy, and that's why we're Malpass brothers. But we did
got different wives though.
Different wives. But
different kids too.
Different kids, but we do have some history. I mean, we went to school together. All that stuff. Remember, we were in all those classes together and different things.
Yeah, we did go through school together. I was 4 years younger. But we were in the same grade. And we was in that class together. We learned about the countries and stuff. We were also in home at economics. Yeah, that's where we made this shirt. He said he wished we'd have made it thicker. We was in that class where you learned about your countries and stuff. Christopher wound up failing that class because he just could never get it. But every day before that class, we had a break, and you could go next door to the store and get snacks. Try to keep a lot of them on. And just so happened this day we went over there and we was eating some popsicles for the bell rung, and the bell rung before Christopher could finish his, and he stuck it in his pocket. We went on to the class. We was playing this game that day. The teacher had come up with it. It was called "What You Called, Where You From?" And the teacher asked the little girl beside her, she said, "Cindy, what are people from Japan called?" She said, "They're called Japanese." And she asked the little boy on the other side, she said, "Charlie, what are people from China called?" And he said, "They're called Chinese." And she got to Christopher and she said, "Christopher, what are people from Europe called?" And he couldn't think, and I tapped him on the shoulder. I said, "Chris, European." And he said, "No, that's that popsicle." Just so y'all know, he's not hiding any Hershey Kisses under his shirt. Feel my strings, my fingers.